Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where a police officer with little knowledge about the law violated an innocent man's rights and assaulted him for no reason. On September 16, 2022, a First Amendment auditor named Daniel Castillo arrived at the Schenectady City Hall in New York to pick up a marriage license from the public office. As he walked around the City Hall, he exercised his First Amendment right to record in public and other publicly accessible areas inside. However, as he was recording, he was unlawfully denied access to one of the public offices by security personnel, namely Michael Wager, a City Hall Special Peace Officer. As this went on, Officer Wager eventually requested dispatch to send backup. Minutes later, 3 officers of the Schenectady Police Department arrived at the City Hall and made contact with Officer Wager and Mr. Castillo. This entire encounter was captured on Sergeant Joseph Gatta's body cam.
What's up? What's up?
A pending court issue. He's escorted to court. The standing orders in place.
Right.
He's had to go investigations, can't go to offices. He said he had to go to the mayor's office, had an appointment, had some business. I checked with them, and they said because of pending litigation, they want to speak to him.
Okay.
I explained the process that if we wanted to talk to him in the office, we do it outside the security checkpoint, bring the people down, they assist him in any way. I allowed him to walk from the outside areas here. He tried to get in the clerk's office, I wouldn't let him in.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we stand now.
What's up, sir?
How's it going? Can you please identify yourself?
Sergeant Joseph Gatta.
Joseph Agati?
Gatta.
Gatta.
Yep.
Joseph Gatta.
Right
Badge
here.
number, please.
Huh?
Badge number 2111.
Yep. What is the ultimate goal here? You can't just hang out here all
I'm
day.
not hanging out.
Okay.
Did you not hear just what he said?
Yeah.
He just said that I'm trying to go to the clerk's office.
But you can't go there, so.
Why not?
Because you're not allowed in there, right?
Why not, though?
It's pending investigation, any business conducted outside.
Is that a court order?
If you want to talk to anybody, you can do it over there.
Is there a court order saying I'm not allowed to be here unless I'm conducting business?
They can allow or not allow anybody.
That's not how
in
it
here.
works.
It
That's
is.
not how it works. Can you please identify yourself, please, sir?
As seen in the footage, Officer Wager claimed that Mr. Castillo was trying to enter the clerk's office, and that's when he was denied entry. However, if we take a quick look at the City of Schenectady's official website, we find that the city clerk's office is labeled as a governmental department. In fact, we can see that there are opening hours listed on the page too. Therefore, it's no question that the clerk's office is one that's public, and Mr. Castillo was indeed allowed to enter. Now watch as Officer Wager claim that there was an order made by Assistant Chief of Police Patrick LaGuire, which stated that any business must be conducted outside of the security checkpoint. However, the only issue was that this order was a verbal one that was obviously not legally implemented through an official court order.
D'Alessandro's. Badge number 61, you said? Awesome. And you?
Do you want him out of here? Or?
He's,
40?
you know, I let him walk in
And
halls
Bert?
and videotape, but by the order of Chief Whipple, any business to be conducted outside security checkpoint.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
What staff member do you need to talk to, sir?
So you're gonna help me? Because he's not helping me.
He said that he's willing to get a staff member to talk to you, but you have to do it over there.
Why are you telling me I have to? Well, you don't even have paperwork yourself stating that, what he's saying.
Okay.
He says the Assistant Chief of Police,
Yep.
Brian Whipple, right?
Yes.
He's the one who says that,
Yes.
right? Where's the paperwork saying that?
I don't carry around all of our orders in my
Then
pocket.
I'm going to need you, right, to do what you normally do, is investigate,
I am.
okay, and find out if there is such order.
I am. I'm familiar with who you are.
Okay, so I know
Do
you
you-
are. I know you are. So it's verbal. See what I mean?
Okay.
It was never told to me. It's told to them. I was never mailed anything. It's not legal.
Okay, but they're not
It's
going to
not
allow
legal.
you in any of the offices.
Which they have no right. You know what they're
Yes, they
doing,
do.
right? No, they're violating my right. Do you know the oath you took, right? This one right here?
They have the
Sir, I'm
complete
sorry.
right to
Sorry.
not allow you in one of the
No, they
offices.
don't.
Yes, they do.
I have the same equal rights as every other citizen here.
Okay.
Equal rights. Okay? If you violate that, you're violating the First Amendment right, freedom of the press.
Okay.
Okay? I'm a journalist, independent journalist, investigative journalist.
Good.
Okay, I have a right to do this.
Mr. Castillo indeed had the right to do what he was doing. And it's true that his First Amendment right was being violated by prohibiting him from entering and recording a public office. The First Amendment provides that Congress make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting its free exercise. It protects freedom of speech, the press, assembly, and the right to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So, taking this into account, Mr. Castillo was indeed robbed of his freedom of the press. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, it stated that the freedom of the press, protected by the First Amendment, is critical to a democracy in which the government is accountable to the people. A free media functions as a watchdog that can investigate and report on government wrongdoing. It appears that Mr. Castillo was doing just that, making this entire ordeal completely unlawful and unnecessary.
Sir, I am continuing.
Unless we're going to kick him out and arrest him, then we're going to.
I am trying to go upstairs, like I have a right
He can't go to the
to.
office, so the business has to be conducted over there. I'm willing to bring whoever he wants down. The mayor's office will speak to him.
Listen, see what I mean?
But
But where paperwork are they showing me? They're
Is it
not
to the
providing-
point where he's going to be arrested for trespassing?
I haven't done anything.
The only crime is if they ask you to leave and you refuse
It's not
to leave.
lawful.
That's
It's
trespassing.
not lawful. Not during business hours. Think about what you're saying. Think
So
about what you're
if
saying.
the clerk's office come down
Okay,
and get the paper
that's
for
up to
I can do
you.
it.
I was trying to go in. Let me speak. Can I speak? Can I speak?
said we can do it
May
right
I
over there.
speak?
Let's go. Come on.
May I speak?
We'll get who you want
May
from
I
the clerk's
speak?
office.
I already explained to him. Okay, I was trying to go in and he was violating my rights to do so. All right, without clause. Okay, so this is the oath you took to. Okay, First Amendment. I have a right to conduct business here, legal and lawful business. I have a right to go into the city's clerk just like everyone else. Okay, what's the issue? Tell me.
At this point, it gets pretty obvious that neither of the officers on the scene had any idea about the law pertaining to Mr. Castillo's right to be around and record. In fact, one could argue that the officers were simply harassing him, because the standard procedure would have been to leave him alone and allow him inside the clerk's office while recording as per his will. Despite this, watch as Sergeant Gata and Officer Wager continue to order Mr. Castillo to move away from the area and wait elsewhere. Note that where Mr. Castillo was standing at that point was also open to the public, which means that both officers are still trying to violate his rights by ordering him to move.
The issue is that you can conduct your business, but over there.
See, now you're restricting my movement, telling me where I can go in a public space. You're violating my rights. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
You're either going to get
We
the
will
clerk.
see. We will see.
Yeah, we will see. You're either going to get the clerk, right?
Yes,
and
but you
them
have to
help
go
me.
over there.
No, I don't have to go anywhere. Stop
They're
violating
not
my
going to.
rights.
They're not going to allow you in the office.
So what? I have a right to be anywhere else. I feel like conducting my business.
No, you don't.
Who says?
Was there an order of protection?
Who
against
says?
them?
See? Is there order of protection? Is there?
There was one,
Why don't you
yes.
investigate? Why don't you investigate? You can go get my paperwork.
Do that.
Yeah, see, do your job.
Just tell
21.
if you'd like. You can have the clerk or the office
Feel
come
free.
down here.
Have her come down.
21, go ahead.
Can you run this mail's information and let me know if there's still an order of protection barring him from City Hall?
Gracious Semi. 938 number going to be 169 624. 169 624.
This guy's the worst.
Then I got on the phone when they told me the front desk one was like, how do you want me to proceed with this?
941.
Before I went upstairs and they just walked out.
As seen in the footage, when Sergeant Gata realized that there was nothing else he could do to try and move Mr. Castillo elsewhere, he brought up an order of protection that was allegedly issued to Mr. Castillo in the past. According to the New York State Unified Court System's website, it stated that an order of protection is a legal document in which a judge orders someone to follow specific conditions of behavior that tells someone things that they must or must not do. Police can make immediate arrests if they have reason to believe those conditions have been violated. So it could be said that Sergeant Gata was trying his best to have Mr. Castillo removed from public property, even though he had done absolutely nothing wrong.
You take notes because you're representing them. That's what you're doing. You're the Sarge, all right? So they, whether I don't know if you guys look up to them, but they look up to you.
Okay, Daniel.
So they're gonna follow your lead.
All right,
Okay,
Daniel.
so if you come in here with that attitude, talking to him, you're not even really talking to me. You're getting whatever information he's telling you,
Yes.
and then you're gonna act on it.
I was called here by him,
But,
so yes,
but
I'm
you're gonna
talking.
act on it though, right?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yes,
Are we
depending
gonna
on
follow-
depending on what happens with this
are we
phone
gonna
call.
enforce
Yes.
law? Are we gonna enforce law or feelings?
Depending on what happens with this
No,
phone
you're
call.
law enforcement.
Yes.
You're law enforcement, man.
Trespassing
Think
is a
about
law,
what you're
Daniel.
saying. You're law enforcement. Yeah, I'm gonna be right here. I need to hear this conversation.
No,
because
you
it's about-
don't. No, you don't.
All right. Well, as long as the officer's next to you, that's, and I can go anywhere I want in a public space. So, you mind not restricting my movement?
They're talking right now.
And
you can stay right
in
there.
a public space. That's where they're talking, right? Think about what you're saying.
After this, one of the representatives at the City Hall approached the officers to discuss the ordeal, and that's when he claimed that Mr. Castillo did not need to step into the clerk's office. His reasoning was that they were now going to provide Mr. Castillo with the services he was there for without having him enter the clerk's office. Once again, this simply made it more evident that Mr. Castillo's rights were being violated. He should have been allowed to conduct his business just like anyone else. But apparently, the major issue was the fact that he was recording.
All right.
Good. How are you?
Good. So, marriage license application.
Yes.
Okay.
And why can't I go in there in person?
Because you don't need to.
Why?
Because we're providing you the service by giving you what you're looking for.
Well, technically, you'd be providing it if I went in without being harassed and I got the paperwork.
I disagree.
Okay. It's very unfortunate.
Yep.
You actually be very cordial and other times.
Still being cordial, dude.
I don't think you're making the right decisions, though.
I
Get those paperwork
can
for me.
appreciate that. She's bringing it down right now.
993.
Okay.
Awesome. Very, very unfortunate. You know, so I
You
guess
are
I'll be
lawful. What's
making
your
a
location?
here, very soon, human resources. So when I go to do that, to file complaints against you,
Crazy,
you'll
loves your way.
see if you keep me out of that office. Because remember, I have a right to file my grievances, okay, to our government. See, that's another thing about the Constitution. We have a First Amendment rights, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, freedom of speech. You understand? And I know they're not teaching you that at the academy. I know that. But guess what? I'm here. I'll teach you. I'll educate you, inform you however you want it. But you're going to learn whether you want it or not.
I'm a lucky man.
Yes, you are.
Where's this coming from?
Yes, you are.
Following this, Sergeant Gatto walked up to one of the public offices to wait and collect the marriage license for Mr. Castillo. That's when Sergeant Gatto received a phone call from Chief of Police Eric Clifford. Their conversation was also captured on body cam. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Hello.
Are you here for the mayor's license?
Yes.
Okay, Sam's getting it.
Okay.
Along with the pamphlet.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And I just need to see your ID, please. Thank you. Police airport.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Chief.
Are you over there still?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So he's allowed in the building, he's not allowed to record. If he's there for legitimate business purposes per the chief of police.
Dispatch 935.
He is here to pick up a marriage license, which I am hand delivering to him right now.
Okay. Okay.
Area 56 McCollum Street, St. Vincent for unknown criminal.
He's allowed in the building, but there is nobody allowed to record in the building.
Okay.
That's the end of it. So he can go in the building, but he is not allowed anyone recording in there. It's a security threat, and they can be removed.
Okay.
But he is allowed in the building.
All right.
Alright, so you can relay that to him and then say there'll be signs going up and everything else. You don't have to tell him all that, but long story short is in the building, no recording.
All right. And if he refuses?
If he refuses, then he can be arrested
Okay. Perfect.
for the violating, for video recording.
Okay.
But he can record, they're basically going to be allowed to record up to the
Security post?
security when it comes time, yes.
Okay.
Security.
As we've just heard, Chief Clifford informed Sergeant Gata that Mr. Castillo was allowed to be there on City Hall property, but could not record anything inside as it allegedly posed a security threat. He added that Mr. Castillo could be removed from public property and arrested if he refuses to stop recording. And worse, Chief Clifford also mentioned that they would now put signs up in the City Hall that would clarify that recording is not allowed. Now watch as Sergeant Gata basically admitted to not being aware of the law in this situation, claiming that he had no idea where the law was for not being able to record. And surprisingly, even Chief Clifford did not know the law surrounding this ordeal. He had to ask Sergeant Gata whether he could arrest Mr. Castillo for trespassing. Essentially, they both were deciding on what they could possibly charge Mr. Castillo with in case he didn't cooperate.
So if would it just be trespassing? I don't know what law it is that, like.
Yeah, give me a couple seconds here. Let me make a couple calls. I'll tell you what it is. I think it would be trespassing. You could all trespassing for recording.
I don't know what the law is for not being able to record. I know there's like something that the court officers do, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so the workshop. I keep working on it. I'll call you right back.
Yep.
According to the Municipal Research and Service Center, it's made clear that members of the public have a broad right to film interactions with public officials and agency staff, including police officers, conducting business in public areas where there is no reasonable expectation of privacy. It's also stated that the right to record officials in the public performance of their duties likely extends to other government officials in public spaces, for example, a city hall. Judging by this, it could be argued that Chief Clifford was acting against public interest by trying to prevent members of the public from exercising their right to film. Regardless, Sergeant Gata returned downstairs where he handed Mr. Castillo his marriage license and informed him of the unlawful orders Chief Clifford relayed to him, stating that he was now prohibited from recording inside the City Hall.
Here's the paperwork.
Good job. You
Okay,
did great.
I have official
You did
word
great.
on everything that you're allowed to do. You understand?
Don't care because I know my rights.
Okay.
So, are we all set here? Oh,
So he's allowed to
you
be
want
any.
to say something? Oh, you could tell me the incident number, please.
Okay, you're allowed to be
Incident
anywhere
number.
you want in the building.
I don't want to
You
hear
cannot
that.
record in here anymore.
So, I can't record in here anymore.
No.
That's what you guys are saying?
I'm telling you, you can't record past that area right
Who said
there.
that to you? I'm just curious.
The chief of police.
The Chief Eric Clifford.
Yes.
The Chief of Police stated
Yes.
that I am not allowed to
You can
film
only
here.
record in City Hall up until the security entrance and then nowhere beyond.
So where's the statute for that?
Huh?
What federal statute? What written law? says that?
I'm just
no, I'm just
advising.
curious. I'm just curious.
Okay.
What law is that?
I'm going to find out soon. I just got word
see,
from the
so
chief.
you're just making up shit.
I'm not making up
You're
anything.
a clown, man.
Okay.
Well, it goes without saying that there was no statute under which Mr. Castillo would not be allowed to record, especially inside a public facility with officials in the public performance of their duties. This is where things got even worse. Watch as Sergeant Gata assaulted Mr. Castillo while escorting him out of the building. The body cam footage captured multiple instances where Mr. Castillo was pushed and restricted from walking back inside. This, once again, was a clear violation of Mr. Castillo's rights.
Please,
Are you done here then?
Do not rush me.
Are you
I'm
done here
talking,
then?
conducting business still. So, Mr. Andrews, thank you very much.
Your official business all set, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm walking out right now. Stop touching me. Back up, dude. Get out of my
You
face.
can turn off that
Get
right
out of
now.
my face.
You can turn that off
I'm
right
walking
now.
out. Get out of my
Go.
face.
Go. Go.
Tyrant.
Go.
Get out of my... Dude, the
Go.
body camera's on, right?
Yes, it is.
Good.
Go.
Good. You're done. I want
Okay.
the incident number.
Perfect. I'll give it to you outside. Let's go.
Clown, what you want? Do something. I dare you. I dare you to do something, clown.
Go.
Stop touching me.
Keep walking.
Stop touching me.
Keep walking.
I'm walking.
Keep walking.
I'm walking.
Keep walking.
I'm walking. You want to intimidate people?
Keep walking.
Go ahead, back up.
You're not walking at
back
all.
Up.
Nope.
Back up.
No, you back up. That's the entrance.
You're in my space.
Turn around.
You're in my space.
Your business
You're
is
in my
over.
space.
Turn around.
Back the up.
Turn around.
Yo, off me.
Thank you. Go.
Back up.
Go.
Don't touch me. I'm telling you.
You don't make anyone
You're
nervous.
I don't have to.
Okay,
It's because you got a gun and a badge, right? You're a criminal with a badge.
Go.
You're setting a bad example for your teammates, man.
Okay. Go.
Clown. You see that, right? You gotta see that for yourself. Violating my Fourth Amendment rights. Violating my First Amendment rights. Violating my 14th Amendment right. Section 1. Tyrant. How many violations are you committing right now?
Now you can't record past there anymore.
Get my incident number.
Follow me.
Get my incident number.
Follow me.
Fucking clown.
Thank you.
What you thought? Yo, this guy put his hands on me, yo.
Sure
That's
did.
okay, he's a
done.
clown. I watched them all go
He's
in.
down.
I knew they weren't getting shit.
Out of here.
And
Yo,
he's
hold
a
up.
prick anyways, because this is the motherfucker who's got his car running, and we paying for that tax paying dollars.
Yes, ma'am.
We pay for that gas. You don't.
Yes, ma'am. No, thank you.
You fucking
Put your hands on me, you fuck.
Yes, I did. It'll all be documented.
Yeah, make sure that you got the fucking body.
It'll all be documented.
Hey, better do it because you motherfuckers you want to fucking say. So go in there trying.
Even though this ordeal took place back in late 2022, Mr. Castillo was only able to upload the body cam footage in June 2023. The reason was that the request he made under the Freedom of Information law was 9 months overdue, giving him access to body cam footage almost 1 year after the incident. As of the date of this recording, none of the officers involved have been put under question by the police department. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter